Good morning and welcome to the last Eye of the Tiger of the year. I'm Gabe Townsend.
And I'm Austin Daly.
After another accident last month, students have once again begun thinking about traffic safety around campus. We go to Johnny Mulligan with the story.
Thanks, Gabe. This is Johnny Mulligan reporting to you live from Berry Street. According to the Roseville Police Department, there have been 6 accidents in the last 4 years, 3 property damage incidences, 2 injury collisions, and 1 DUI. Senior Zoe Stevens was involved in an accident earlier this year.
I was in an accident. Basically, nobody really follows any rules on Berry Street. It's just kind of anarchy, and it's every man for himself. And the woman just did a U-turn directly in front of the no U-turn sign and just slammed into us. I really think that if there was like better parking and stuff, there wouldn't be such a huge problem. And the reason that we were even there in the first place is because there was no parking in Berry lot. So then we had to like go and try and look for somewhere else. But if there was parking, people would like not be so like crowded in probably, and it would just be functioning a lot better.
Principal David Bird has experienced similar problems at many other high schools he's worked at. He stresses that slowing down is the best way to reduce these types of incidences.
You can build all the overpasses, underpasses, get crossing guards, lights, all that stuff. But the reality of it is everybody's got to slow down. Everybody's got to pay attention. Everybody's got to realize this environment at certain times of the day. It just has a ton of people walking around it.
I would say the main lesson is, I know you want to drop off your kid and just leave, but take the time to follow traffic rules.
This is Johnny Mulligan signing off for the last time.
You can read the full story in the last paper of the year next Tuesday.
Senior Awards Night was held in the Patty Baker Theater on Monday.
Senior Awards Night offered a chance for many family and friends to celebrate seniors who received scholarships or other distinctions. In total, 75 scholarships were handed out that night. College and Career Center technician Jackie Sider thought the evening was successful.
Roseville High School did a really good job this year with a record $92,000 in total scholarship awards went out that night.
One new scholarship this year was the Ryan Christensen Memorial Scholarship, which was awarded to Ellis Bravo.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ryan was my best friend, and losing him was probably one of the hardest things in my life. So being able to honor him with that scholarship and carry on my career as in the culinary field, it's amazing.
Sean Granucci was awarded the Gold Academic Merit Award, the 3-Sport Athlete Blanket, the Marine Scholar Athlete Award, and other scholarships.
It's really cool because I get to help out my family with the whole financial situation, and it's really cool for the whole class to come together and everybody gets recognized for their hard work over the last 4 years.
Congratulations to recognized seniors and scholarship recipients.
Rose Cella is today during an extended lunch. National Lines will be playing in the 900s, Avito will be playing in Senior Square, and Keene will be performing in the amphitheater.
We now go to Jason Russell and Josh Carson for sports.
We say good morning and welcome to the final edition of the EOTSN for this school year. I'm Josh Carson alongside Jason Russell. Before we get into the special thing that we have for all of you today, Jason, just describe your experience over the past 3 years that you've been in the program.
Yeah, I didn't join it freshman year. I didn't know obviously what it was. You told me to come join the program sophomore year, and I'm glad that I did. I got to meet a lot of really cool people. I got to work on a lot of really good projects, and I've gained some skills, technically in terms of editing and video, just everything. And I became a better writer. I had to write scripts for virtually every show. I had to learn how to ask people questions in a way that would, bring out information and not just like bland information. It's given me a lot of good skills, and Mr. Ritter has been a fantastic teacher, and I've just met a lot of really good people, and I'm really glad that I decided to come join this program because it has been, the best class I've taken at Roseville High School.
Absolutely. Well, through the creation of this upcoming segment, you're going to see just the growth that we've made over the past few years. I've been in the program for 4 years, but TCSN, TigerCast Sports Network, started out in 2014. And of course, we transitioned to EOTSN. I have the Tiger Sports Network this year. So without further ado, let's take a look at the best moments from the past 3 years here at the Sports Network.
Spetta B, legendary.
It is going to be a very exciting year here at the TigerCast Sports Network, and there is no better way to kick it off than with a little football. I remember Hoos back in 6th grade, and at lunchtime, I'd be eating my lunch, and there he was, not that far away, just doing a left arm, side arm.
Yeah, in middle school, every day I used to bring a football to school, and every day at lunch I would play. And that was actually one of the reasons. Hey, you should go out to play freshman football.
This season, the varsity team is drinking from the fountain of youth.
The varsity boys basketball team will be unlike any other Roseville has seen. Not only is it a new league that they are playing in, but only 4 players on the team have varsity experience.
In order to plan into the future, you have to look back into the past. The small gym construction began by students under the supervision of woodshop teacher Mr. Samuel Berry, the man whose name is now a street.
Chance to play in college. Although chances are slim, sophomore standout Jamie Jaggers is making great progress in doing so.
Last year, the Roseville Tiger JV football team ended with a league record of 4-1 and a season record of 9-1. But as we all know, the jump from JV to varsity is pretty significant.
I can only assume that all the players are excited to play on the new field.
Hello and welcome to TCSN. I'm Josh Carson alongside Jason Russell. We have a special edition of TigerCast Sports Network this week for you.
Who is Paul Gonzalez? He is by far and away the true definition of a Roseville Tiger. Not only did he go here, but so did his father, his wife, his children, and now his grandchildren.
Getting Gonzalez back means that Roseville adds another genius to their already strong basketball coaching staff.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of TCSN. I'm Josh Carson.
I'm Jason Russell.
So what does it feel like to be playing as somewhat of the underdogs, as the unknown team here at Roseville, but yet the best team at the same time? This week we took a look at 2 softball stars that have verbally committed to play softball at the collegiate level.
Lily and Maddie recently committed to Cal Poly and expressed their feelings about the great opportunity.
Well, it's like a really good opportunity, and we were really excited to get recognized for our skill level.
Sports are meant to be competitive, but who wouldn't want more competitive flair added into any given matchup? That's why we start this week by exploring Roseville's new rival in the CVC.
Over the past 5 years, the issue of concussions has exploded onto the national scene.
When you talk about having a brain injury that impacts your cognitive functioning, no one wants to talk about it.
All athletes at Roseville High School are special in that they contribute to their respective teams in some way. As the class of 2016 graduates, so do their senior athletes. That's why today on TCSN, we thank all seniors who played sports for their commitment to athletics. We also want to say to our outstanding senior athletes, congratulations, you stole the show. Good morning and welcome to the all-new I the Tiger Sports Network EOTSN. I'm Josh Carson.
Over the summer, one of Roseville High School's very own, senior Keegan Ness, committed to playing soccer at Oregon State University. Now, for those of you who don't know Ness and don't know what he can do on the soccer field, the simplest way to put it is he can do anything. Last year, varsity football wide receiver Josh Clark led the team in receptions, yards per catch, yards per game, receiving long, and touchdowns. He played all right. No, I'm kidding. Josh Clark was an absolute stud last year.
Here's a quick update for you. JV football just undefeated at 5-0. Varsity football also just undefeated at 5-0. Nothing big going on with football. And now it's time for another installment of Tuesday Topic Tackle. My take for today is on the winter sports conflict between soccer and basketball. This is the year that the seniors, part of the class of 2017, have been talking about since 2013 when they were freshmen. Now we are all gearing up to witness the product on the hardwood.
I think the most realistic goal we have as a team is being the most complete team.
As we have covered, the varsity boys basketball team has a great chance to make playoffs, and one player has stepped up in a big way and at the same time is developing into a top player at the school. Nathan Richardson is that player, and he joins us live now on the show.
The girls ended up winning with a final score of 74-34. Virtually everyone on Roseville scored, while almost nobody on Lodi's team scored. Roseville dominated the entire game with a final score of 3-0.
It was everybody put in their full effort, 100%, and I couldn't be more proud of this team right now. We've worked so hard.
Now, to be completely honest, after the section title game for the girls soccer team, I thought winter sports was over. But out of nowhere, the girls' varsity basketball team got a 9th seed in the state championship playoff bracket, and according to freshman guard Isabel Sanders, that was unexpected.
So we got Viewpoint for you today, and our topic: transferring high schools for solely athletic reasons will no longer violate California Interscholastic Federation policy starting in the 2017-18 school year. Following up on a story today on Viewpoint from Tuesday, new teams are entering the CVC for the 2018-2019 season: Inderkum Tigers, River Valley Falcons, Yuba City Honkers, and Wood Creek Timberwolves.
Roseville starting the week off against Kennedy. Neil Riley starting the game off strong with a nice kill. Bench loving it. Hunter really loving it.
Watch the ankles. Even in slow-mo, they're gone. And real quick before we go, I just want to take some time and just say thank you to Mr. Ritter for providing me with the opportunity to come in here and to be an integral part in each week's broadcast. If you don't know a little bit about me, I was planning to go to Whitney High School for their established media program over there back in 2013, but it was because of Mr. Ritter bringing me in and giving me the opportunity to really create something new here at Roseville High School that I was able to work with a lot of great staff and to produce something that the school has never seen. And personally, I'm very proud of that, and I know we're all very proud of all the hard work and the end product that we put in. So I thank you, the viewer. Obviously, without you, none of this is possible, so thank you every single week. Thank you to Mr. Ritter, to the viewers here, to all the students, to
and all the teachers who showed the broadcast too.
To the teachers who showed it every single week and every 2 times a week since we started doing that. Thank you so much. It's been a great experience in my life, and I know there's greater things coming forward, but always will be a Roseville Tiger, and proud for these 4 years to be up here doing the sports. And I know, Jason, you'd say the same thing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I don't know if I want to do this, but I'm going to have to. That's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. I have the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN, and now we go over to entertainment. They have some final words over there.
Thanks, Jason and Josh. Since I'm a senior and I'm going to be graduating, it is my last broadcast, and I figured I'd leave you guys with something to look forward to. And since it's almost summertime, I'll present to you guys with my top picks for the movies I am most anticipated for. And I'm not going to go with big blockbuster films, although a couple will be in my list. I want to highlight some of the smaller independent films, because last year, outside of Captain America: Civil War, I was disappointed by most summer movies. Heck, even my favorite movie from last summer was The Nice Guys, which made like no money. Anyways, here's my number 5 pick. The Mummy is my number 5 pick because it seems to be taking a hard reboot from the cheesy Mummy movie we got in the late 90s to early 2000s with Brendan Fraser. With Tom Cruise now leading the franchise, it looks to be taking a more serious tone as well as just being pure popcorn fun. At number 4, I have Atomic Blonde. From one of the first 2 directors of the first John Wick film, director David Lechte brings us a female-led action film about an undercover MI6 agent played by Charlize Theron. The movie has a pretty incredible cast behind her, with James McAvoy looking to be playing her partner and John Goodman playing her boss. The big thing I'm looking forward to this is the action, as it looks to be taking the same page out of the John Wick movies with some awesome gunfights. At number 3, I have Baby Driver. The latest film by director Edgar Wright, who has given us lovable buddy movies with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, is now changing up his tone as he's now giving us an awesome car chase movie about a getaway driver called Baby. And the cast for this movie is great, as it has Kevin Spacey, Ansel Elgort, Lily James, Jamie Foxx, and John Hamm, just to name a few. At number 2, I have Spider-Man: Homecoming. Ah, yes, the return of the Spider-Man franchise is back with its new Peter Parker, British actor Tom Holland, as the movie looks to be taking inspiration from coming-of-age films while focusing on what makes Spider-Man so lovable, as Holland is getting some help from Robert Downey Jr., who is back as Iron Man. I honestly cannot wait for this film because I am dying to see a true and faithful Spider-Man adaptation that we haven't seen in a while. At number 1, I have Dunkirk, director Christopher Nolan's World War II war epic about the Battle of Dunkirk. And after Nolan's last movie, Interstellar, blew many people away, I expect nothing less of the same from him here, as he looks to be telling the story from 3 different perspectives, from the air, the land, and the sea. With an all-British cast consisting of Tom Hardy, Mark Rylance, Cillian Murphy, and newcomer to acting Harry Styles, I expect nothing more of perfection from this movie. And that's it for my top 5 most anticipated movies of the summer. Before I send it back to news, I just want to say I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be able to have given the opportunity to anchor this segment, as doing this is my passion. And I really want to thank everyone in journalism and media productions class and the teacher Bobby Ritter for making my 4 years here at Roseville very memorable. Anyways, have an awesome summer, Tigers, and now we go back to news.
Before we go back to more news, a quick reminder for seniors. You can purchase a copy of this year's graduation through I the Tiger.
Congratulations, fellow Tigers. and I wish you a world of opportunities to make this world a better place.
Seniors, you and your family can purchase a video of the ceremony for the prices on screen. If you haven't received an order form yet, you can pick one up in room 915. Forms must be returned to the Student Services window by June 1st or to the Eye of the Tiger booth at the actual ceremony. You can also order through the student web store.
An RHS senior has made her own vegan lifestyle Instagram account.
Senior Isabel Batista recently created an Instagram page advertising her healthy and vegan lifestyle.
I started a couple weeks ago. I was posting stuff on Snapchat, just like pictures, and people would keep asking me like, what's in this and stuff, so I figured that I would just make an Instagram for people to follow and make it easier.
Isabel was influenced to join this lifestyle and create this Instagram page by her mother.
So my mom has been vegan for a couple years, and so I would just eat what she cooked at home. I never really had like a certain date where I was like, oh, this is when it's going to be, and if I do, then I don't really recall, but it's been more of a process for me.
Isabel is glad knowing she is helping people make the healthy but simple choice.
A lot of people have commented and said things like, oh, I'm so glad you put this up and this is really helpful. And that's basically what I want to do. Like, I don't want to try to push anyone into it or anything, but just show people that it's easy and doable. That's like my main goal.
Wednesday night, guitar teacher Brian Hack took to the stage to perform with some of his students.
So I'm going to play something by Stevie Ray Vaughan. Called Riviera Paradise. And I would like to dedicate this to my lovely wife, Ruth Hack, who is here this evening, and my son, Ryan.
About teaching this program is to have all of my students blow me off the stage.
And that's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger. And this is Gabe and I's last show. Feels a little weird anchoring after 4 years of working on it. I just want to thank everyone who's been working on Eye of the Tiger and everyone who's been watching.
I also want to thank everyone who's ever worked on Eye of the Tiger and just the program itself. I also want to thank Bobby Ritter for being a mentor for me all 4 years in high school. And I want to thank Austin Collins for giving me the chance to do something more. And remember, we're always on EyeTheTigerNews.com. See you next time.